That awareness is very, very important, and I think to a lot of people this will help. Okay, now next very important question is, we are talking about financial freedom account, we are talking about financial freedom. I want to know from you, what is the meaning of financial freedom?
Good. Yeah, that's again a step in the direction of creating awareness. So unless we know what is financial freedom, how will we achieve it? So financial freedom, see, in our life, we need to make some expenses for our lifestyle, for our needs, for our wants, and for our family. And if we don't spend that money, what is that money for if we are not going to spend it? So we make those expenses. That's the outflow. But we have to see where the inflow is coming from. For most of the people, it comes from the active income. Active income, I mean you invest your time and skills and earn money based on that, either in job or business. But there is another type of income that one should focus on. That is the passive income. A passive income is where you invest some time and effort for some time, and after that it comes on the autopilot mode, and you don't have to worry about it, and it will keep on giving you returns. And if you create multiple sources of such passive income, a time will come when you don't even need your active income anymore. Your sources of passive income will more than meet your lifestyle expenses, and you'll be able to save out of that and create more investments out of that. Once that stage comes, then you have achieved financial freedom. So creating those multiple sources of passive income, and when that stage is reached, that your desired lifestyle is met out of those incomes, and you are able to create more passive sources of income, then you're done. Like you don't need to worry about active. You can leave your job and active income. You can leave your active business and enjoy your life
Absolutely.
and do whatever you want to do. You don't have to work. You will feel like working and do whatever you want to do.
That's a brilliant concept. So now want to know, how early should this seed of financial freedom we should plant in our kids, maybe in youngsters? How early? Because a lot of times parents, like you being a financial coach, you might be talking about to your children about all of these things. But my parents and parents of so many people, they never had this conversation. They will talk about manners and morals on this and that and samaj and everything, community and all of this, and marriage, but they never talk about this very important concept that, okay, when should you start thinking about this? So how early should you plant this seed?
As early as possible. I don't know why in our Indian society we have started thinking of money as some bad thing. Money is just a form of energy. Somebody does some work and we reward him with that money. Basically, that work has got stored in form of another energy, that is money. And he will take that money and use it somewhere else to get another form of energy, maybe food, maybe fuel, or some other form of energy. So money is just a form of energy. It's used to store that energy and use it somewhere else. But somewhere our mindset got like that money we started associated with bad things, and because of that, within family we don't talk about money. And I want to break that myth. We should start talking about money openly in our family, and just by hearing our conversations, kids are always observing us, the parents. Even if we are not telling them why we are doing so, they just observe our actions, and based on that, they learn. So if we explain the rationale why we are taking those steps, financial steps, and help them understand, it is just like other things that we teach them. They will learn about money also, and we'll be much more comfortable about it. Today only I recorded one video, and it's based on that incident that within a family, husband, wife, and couple of kids were there, and they were quite well to do. And unfortunately, husband passed away. And after that, family was kind of bankrupt. They didn't know where the finances were being managed, and they were in very tough situation. And after 1 year, through an agent, they came to know that the husband had a life policy of 2 crore, 2 crore rupees. And for 1 year, these people were looking like for even for basic necessities, they were asking people for money. So it's just because that transparency, that openness related to money matters is not there, that this kind of situation arises. So kids should be taught about money right from the very basic step. And one Western concept which I want to replicate over here is that why should like our kids should start earning money as a sidekick or whatsoever at even as when while they're working at school. Why should the focus should be only totally on cramming books and learning those theoretical concepts? I taught my daughter tennis, and she learned it from some coaches. By the age she was in ninth class, I asked her like go to the court and teach your younger kids, maybe who are in fifth or sixth, and maybe later on, not initially, start charging them money that you are teaching them and start charging for it. You are providing a service and just simply charging money for that. So what's wrong in that?
Brilliant, excellent point that you have brought up. In Indian culture, actually, we never, in foreign countries, even if you are from a very well-to-do family, people don't have any shame or embarrassment when they work at a restaurant or at a petrol pump or even at any local grocery store. But in our Indian culture, it is considered a taboo if somebody is working out for making some extra bucks after his work.
A kid in ninth or tenth class can vary a kid of fifth or sixth class. And why not? Like maybe initially he may do not for money, but if somebody pays him money, it can become a source of money or source of income. And the sooner he or she starts learning about earning money, his mind will totally acquire a different dimension about money. So I will say start like as early as possible, even for a like fourth or fifth class kids, teaching through piggy bank, saving money, giving him some money for like his own what he wants to do, and out of that teaching him to save some money for future purposes. That will like teach him how to create a financial freedom account.
Wow. I feel your daughter is so lucky to have you as her father because at such a young age, her mind is opening up to these new horizons of money and she's learning to manage money and even make money at such a young age. So by the time she reaches college and all of those things and starts her corporate career or, goes and moves forward in life, she would be very well versed with money and all. And she would, maybe uh, achieve financial freedom way before than any one of us can ever imagine because of the
I'm
saving.
just trying, and my vision is that I would like it to be part of the school curriculum itself, education curriculum itself, so that kids learn and make it a very interesting or gamified process, so that kids don't feel that it's just another theoretical subject that is being taught. I have an idea like wherein I'm going to approach schools so that there is going to be a gamified system wherein they work with virtual money, and based on that they get some facilities, or based on that they get to do something. They get a feel of money by the sixth, seventh, eighth standard, and they feel the joy of it. Like rather than it becoming because it's the lack of awareness during the later stages when they start their career and start earning. Lack of awareness which causes a lot of problems, and then it becomes a source of stress. If they are already comfortable working with money and managing money, but when they start earning money, they will be it will be just like doing any other thing.
Yeah, it would be just like brushing your teeth. You do it every single day.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the one example that came to my mind because we are creatures of habit. How we do anything is how we do everything.
Correct.
I remember as a child, my mother, like, she was just, she studied till class 10th. After that, she was married off. My father also, he was he did multiple businesses and tried so many things. But again, he never taught us because he felt that, doing this, because he himself undertook a lot of losses. He had a lot of losses in his business. So he had very like negative associations with money. So money was never discussed in my house. And when I grew up, and the moment I started withdrawing my salary, the moment I used to get my salary, I used to literally, go and start shopping like anything. And even after my marriage, also, I had the same continued patterns. Like I never, saw as money. My concept of money was so unclear, and then at one point of time I realized that I have to learn to manage it because if not me, then who else?
See, that's why people tend to take it to extremes. Either they will become too much spending and not save at all, or they will become money hoarder. They will just not spend any money. They will just keep on sitting on money. So both the states are extremes and unhealthy. It should be a balanced state where you are able to spend money, you are able to enjoy money, and you are able to keep some money for financial freedom purpose also. It should be balanced, and you should invest on your entertainment as well as your own education value addition. If that balance is not there, if either you are an extreme spender or an extreme saver, both the situations are unhealthy.
Brilliant, brilliant. So now I would like to ask from you, can you quickly tell some tools, some reliable tools that using which people can find out that this is the number that they need for their financial freedom, or can you actually tell them so that they can manually do it?
See, there is a simple formula. You don't even need a tool for that. So, whatever your lifestyle expenses, current or aspirational, keep that on one side of the equation.
Hmm.
And on the other side, keep your sources of income,
Hmm.
active income and passive income. If there are multiple sources of passive income like rental income or some dividends coming from your stocks, or if you have created written a book and you are getting royalty out of it. So add all the active incomes and passive incomes on the other side of the equation. As soon as your passive income becomes so big that it exceeds your lifestyle expenses, whether current or aspirational lifestyle expenses, that means your financial freedom is achieved. So that's the you don't need any tool for it. You can simply do it maths wise, but and the number will be separate for every individual based on what he wants, what kind of lifestyle he or she wants. A
Hmm.
monk is financially free because he has see there are two ways of achieving financial. Either you reduce your expenses substantially, or the other way is you increase your income substantially. A monk is financially free because he has reduced his expenses substantially. Not everybody can be a monk. So
Hmm.
for us, the other way is we increase our income sources of income substantially, and main way is passive source of income. Otherwise, with active source of income, even if it increase substantially, we won't be achieving because we'll be slogging for it. We'll be always toiling for it.
It is very simple. When your passive income becomes greater than your monthly expenses, that's when you know that now
Correct.
you're financially free.
Correct.
So thank you so much for simplifying everything, because I remember how confused I was when I started my journey, and now that we have a great financial coach here who is here to demystify all your doubts and queries and everything. Let's see if we have any questions
Sure.
in the chat. If we have any questions, so in the chat section, okay, there is Saima, way to spend. Okay, so we don't have a specific question.
Yeah,
Uh,
there are only comments, it seems.
yeah, totally way to spend money until the investment brings a return.
You can ask them if any questions they want to ask, they can put in the chat.
Yeah, so guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to put in the chat. Otherwise, you can follow Dinesh. I have tagged him. I recently tagged him today in my post also. So what I'm going to do is he's being tagged in my post, and again I will tag him with this video also. So you can directly go over to his LinkedIn, send him a message, and directly connect with him for any of your questions. He would be more than happy to help you out.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Dinesh. We don't have any questions per se, but it was for me. It was a very enriching interaction, because I kind of now know a little bit about these concepts. But it is always good to hear these concepts and go in depth from an expert. Thank you so much. Any last things that you would like to say to our audience?
Yeah, thank you, Saima. Thank you for this opportunity. And I also enjoy a lot having conversation with you. And like money is like a topic I'm very passionate about. And I know like it's lack of awareness which has caused so much of stress and problems in our society. And things are very simple. It's just that we lack of awareness is causing like all these complications. And so that's where like my mission is creating awareness and making things simple for people. Thank you.
Awesome. So guys, please follow Dinesh if you want to, get financially free sooner. Then Dinesh Kumar is your guy. Find him on LinkedIn. I will tag him also again in this post. That was the conversation we had, and that was a brilliant conversation. I'm so glad we had this. I hope you got lots of value. Share your comments, questions in the comments below, and we will see you again next month with something exciting. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.